Hi everybody and welcome back to Time to Go. Bob here. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel today. So today guys, we've got another really cool affordable dive watch from Spinnaker. We're going to be looking at the Spinnaker Bradner. Really liking this watch. Now there's been quite a few videos on this one over the last little while on YouTube, so I'm going to keep this video just short and sweet for today. This watch, by the way, was sent in from Aaron Dunlap. It's on a bit of a watch tour. I'm going to leave a link to his channel as well as all the other guys on the tour. All great channels. Make sure to go check them out. So let's spin the camera around. We'll take a closer look at the Bradner. Alright guys, so Spinnaker just keeps coming out with these really well-made and well-designed watches. I've had quite a few on the channel and I've always been happy with them, and the Bradner is no different. So the Bradner is a compressor style dive watch. Definitely some pretty big vintage design cues with this one, which I think looks great. I love the strap on this one too. The color isn't what I would have picked off the top of my head, but it just looks so good on the watch. Really great quality leather, some nice stitch work you can see here. We do have a signed buckle, and these are actually treated for water resistance. The watch itself comes in at a case width of 42 millimeters. Lug to lug is 50 millimeters. We have a 20 millimeter lug opening, and we have a case thickness of right around 14 millimeters. The water resist is 150 meters, and the watch is running on the Seiko NH35 movement. Very common movement in a lot of new brands, but a good solid one. The crystal, by the way, is a slightly domed sapphire crystal. Now, probably one of the coolest features of this watch has to be the bezel. It has a really neat three-dimensional design with the numerals and minute markers being raised. The one downfall, though, is the way the crystal has that curve right at the very edge. It distorts the bezel. Unless you're looking at it at a very sharp angle, you're going to have a little bit of distortion. It's still totally usable, but something to consider. The bezel is operated by the crown at 2, really easy to turn and operate, but there's still a nice amount of resistance. The dial is black with a very faint sunburst effect. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to make that out here. You can see it a little better in sunlight. Up top on the dial, we have the applied Spinnaker logo with automatic 500 feet, 150 meters down by the 6. I love the handset, especially that hour hand. Has almost the Chevy logo look, which for me is especially cool since I drive a Silverado. The applied hour markers and handset are loomed using Super Luminova, and the best part of the loom has to be that loomed bezel. Just a really good, strong loom here. The case has some really nice finish work with the fine brushwork on the top of the lugs and some grainier vertical brushwork on the sides. Gives the case that nice bit of contrast. The lugs curve sharply down to the wrist. I really like how they come to almost this point here. The bezel crown, if we look on the other side of the watch, you'll see is not signed, although the screw down crown at 4 o'clock is signed with the Spinnaker sail. If we look at the case back, we have the Spinnaker logo repeated on the black rotor and the NH35 chugging away. So let me give you guys a quick look on wrist. Alright, so here it is, and I think it looks great on wrist. Does sit a little bit tall, but the lugs do help with that. I really like it on the red strap. It's just a different look that, again, I probably wouldn't have opted for, but it really works so good. And if the strap isn't for you, I think this is one of those watches that'll work with a lot of different strap options. I just love the retro look. Spinnaker just keeps adding great watches to their catalog, so if this isn't for you, it's definitely worth checking their site for some of their other models. I'll make sure to leave a link to the Spinnaker site in the description below. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Again, just a really quick one. I really appreciate you guys stopping by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.